Hai. Welcome to my channel PrincessX GamerZ. Okay, selamat datang ke PrincessX GamerZ. Okay, malam ni saya nak sambung lagi sikit, nak bagi habiskan cerita ni game apa saya pun dah lupa dah. Okay, nak habiskan game yang 2-3 hari lepas yang saya main. Okay, what remains yang game tu. Okay, sebentar, saya pun dah lupa dah apa benda. Okay. Okay, sebentar, saya nak setting ni dulu. Okay, sebentar ya, nak setting. Okay. Dengar jelas tak? Jelas tak? Okay. Hai, malam ni saya nak sambung What Remains of Edith Finch. Okay, mungkin ini yang part yang ketiga. Mungkin sekala boleh saya nak habiskan juga malam ni. Okay, mungkin lagi sikit ke, saya tak tahulah kan, sebab saya memang tak tengok gaming lain yang main game ni. Okay, kalau boleh habiskan, saya nak cuba habiskan malam ni juga, sebab saya nak main game lain. Okey, sekarang pun dah lewat dah. Maaf saya lambat buat live streaming hari ni sebab ada urusan sikit. Kemarin pun saya tak buat live streaming juga. Saya keluar, ada urusan juga. Okey, saya cuba bermain untuk malam ni. Saya tak nak melengahkan masa. Okey, kita boleh mulakan? Okey. Hai, Sweet Baba Gaming. Hai, terima kasih kerana selalu menemani saya. Menemani saya setiap kali saya buat live streaming. Okey, terima kasih. Okey, kita boleh mula sambung. Okey.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Okey, ni apa ni? Wow, inilah video game yang zaman saya main dulu ni. Zaman tape ni. Saya kecil-kecil dulu main game ni yang ni lah. Tape ni sebelum PS1 keluar. Memang tahun 90 lebih lah saya duk main game ni. Memang best jugalah. Sega. Sebelum Sega ada game apa saya lupa lah. Yang game Contra apa semua, Super Mario lah apa semua. Game-game macam ni lah dulu. Zaman-zaman tu saya zaman sekolah rendah lagi. Memang duk main game ni.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Wow, sijil high school diploma. Jangan main. Okay, ni apa ni? Wow, kat sini tempat bilik komputer dia. Wow, menghadap, tengok tu. Menghadap hutan. Kalau kita lah berani ke nak malam-malam main game kan, menghadap kan. Tak beranilah saya duduk depan tingkap macam ni malam-malam. Siang tu tak apa lagi. Kalau malam macam mana? Kan? Macam saya duduk main game ni, kadang-kadang lewat-lewat malam ni, kalau duduk macam ni nampaknya bukan saya tengok luar. Orang yang luar tu tengok saya kat dalam ni. Scary. Okay, ni apa surat? Don Finch. Okay.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Wow. Kan?
He kept working at the cannery.
Ui, macam tu je potong ikan tu. Mak, terkejut. Wow.
In our sessions, I saw the same
Saya
behavior.
memang macam tu, saya memang terkejut. Kalau kat dapur pun memang macam tu.
His mind began to...
Itu je senang. Okay.
wander.
Ni mungkin tempat kerja dia lah kan. Macam tu. Oi. Oi, dah ada set semua. Cukup siap. Ni apa ni? Oi. Buat apa ni? Lepas pada tu buat apa ni? Sini je ke? Lagi ke? Ni banyak ni. Oh, dia macam ni. Oh, okey.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
Okay.
He'd feel his way about.
Mana ni? Oh, jalan mati. Okay.
Then something moved. Bats and toads.
Okay. Tak berjalan kat sini. Mungkin sini kot. Wow, ulang apa ni?
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then.
Maaf dah lambat sikit ni. Kalau kata pekerja ni memang kena marah dengan majikan lah jawabnya. Oh, ni nak kena naik.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Nak kena jalan ke bawah ni. Okay.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Oh, tembus kat lorong tu.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Wow. Anjing ke serigala tu? Masuk ke mana ni? Ingat tanda ni. Oh.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Oi! Oi.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Oh boy. Tak disambut nampak.
And songs for him to play. He talked about starting a band.
Masuk ke sini ke? Okay.
and he was always humming something.
Pelanggar berantah lah saya ni.
Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Ikan ni dah tak nampak lah. Wow.
He no longer spoke at the cannery,
Tengok disambut dengan muzik-mu, dengan
but his chopping was as
perayaan,
reliable as ever.
tarian-tarian lagi.
Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Maaf. Bersin sikit. Okey, berlayar. Okey, dia kapal.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Jaga.
St. Louis.
Dekat sini ke? Oh tak, dia sudah
He started drifting away from our reality.
Wow. Istana tu.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Betul.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Beautiful prince,
handsome queen.
Wow.
The queen was on her own quest
Lagu
for
habis dah. Ikan ni kacau sungguh lah.
radiant rainbows.
Betul ke jalan ni? Ke salah?
He followed the sound of her
Oi! Jalan apa pula? Nak tengok. Benda kat situ.
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Panjang juga jalan cerita dia
He knew the world was all in his
cantik jemputan
imagination.
ni. Okay, dia pergi jumpa prince, apa ni? Queen. Wow. Hey, Queen, di mana? Tunggu.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Oh,
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
alah, ikan ni boy.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Mana princess tadi ni? Queen ni?
It was hard to argue with him.
Kat mana ni? Betul-betul sampai dalam kilang tadi ke?
He began to forget the world we know.
Ni ada apa dalam ni? Locker. Tengok tu kilang. Wow.
I think it pained him to remember
Like
Lewis, the
that.
cannery worker.
Ikan kayu lah.
He began to despise the man with a
Yo,
royal
banyaknya
contempt.
ikan. Mana ni? Ada apa tu? Syamil, hai. Welcome to my channel. Terima kasih kerana sudi menemani malam ni. Nak habiskan game ni, sambungan dia yang ketiga. Okay, lepas ni nak main game lain pula. Nak main game horror insya-Allah lepas ni. Sebab tu nak bagi habis juga. Ni naik ke atas ni tu.
I still thought I could save him.
Okay. Wow,
Even after he
grafiknya
said he was being
cantik
crowned king
kan?
over all the lands of wonder.
Wow.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Wah, dalam istana.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Boy, trompet boy. Queen. Hai, patung-patung mata pun tak ada, muka pun tak ada pun.
There was only one thing left to do.
Ya, cantik sangat kan? Sudah begini.
Bend down his head.
Cantik sangat.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Alamak, dia potong kepala. Oh.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Alamak, kena pancung kepala. Sedihnya Louis Finch. Ni sebab dia, kerana dia bercerita balik kenapa dia mati. Oh. Tengok bilik dia cantiknya. Kan? Nampak tu? Wow. Tengok ni video game. Nampak ni video game. Teringat ni masa kecil-kecil dulu duk main game ni sebelum PS1 keluar. Okay, kita keluar balik. Wow, ni dekat atas tu yang kita nak naik
On
yang
the way back from Lewis's funeral,
ada satu
my
rumah
mom told
kecil-kecil
me to
kat
start
atas tu.
packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Ada hari tu yang kita datang daripada tempat tu, kita naik daripada situ, nampak tu titi-titi tu, nampak rumah dia. Wow. Nak naik atas ni lagi, nampak ada lagi atas tu. Okey. kita dari mana Tadi kita dari bilik ni kan?
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Kita bilik ni ke tadi? Tak kan? Kita daripada
I wish
bawah.
we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Bilik apa ni? Bilik apa ni? Bilik untuk buat kerja apa-apa kot. Oh ni edit. Wow. Okay. Nampak gelap tak? Yang ni tak boleh setting lah. Wah, ada bilik lagi ni. Ruangan ni. Wow.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Okay. Tak ada apa rasanya. Wow. Don't Finch. Ni gambar dia kot. Oh, boleh naik atas.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Okay. Wow. Oh, naik tangga pula.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Okay.
But it had
Oh,
to
boleh naik
end
atas.
one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Wah, ni tingkat yang paling atas rasanya ni. Cantiknya. Comelnya tempat. Wow. Ish. Macam nak buat bilik macam ni ya. Apa ni? Edit. Wow. Boleh santai-santai kat sini Kan, cantik kan bilik dia?
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
Maaf, saya semua sikit.
Until supper when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
Cantik
I'm sorry,
bilik dia.
you're right. We're all leaving
Nanti
tomorrow.
buat bilik
Let's
macam
just
tu
enjoy
tau.
our
Kemas
lives.
I'm
macam
not
tu.
Edith, you're excused.
Rumah saya pun saya ada buat loteng macam tu juga. Saya buat sendiri loteng tu. Kalau negara orang putih panggil tiny house. Saya buat sendiri masa
the
time
power
PKP
had been
tu.
shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
Guna kayu-kayu lama lah.
When
Dalam
my
bilik.
mom said the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Oh, ni yang dekat bawah tu. Dekat ruang tamu tu nampak. Nampak buku dia. Wow, gelap sikit dah kat sini. Nampak agak gelap. Nampak missing. Nampak tu. Mungkin malam lah. Nampak gelap. Ini yang tingkat bawah tu. Ini yang tingkat atas. Oh, ni ada tangga kan? Oh, tak boleh naik atas. Okay, kita
Or
pergi
that
kat
Edie
sini.
had a key to it.
Wow, ada tempat rahsia lagi ke? Oi, kat sini pun boleh masuk. Wah, banyak sangat lubang rahsia.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the
Banyaknya
house.
buku.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
Tengok tu. Wow. Library. Ada
I think it's
terowong-terowong.
best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Orang putih ni memang berani lah, suka duduk tempat gelap-gelap macam ni.
We'll
Dengar.
have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Wow, typewriter. Zaman-zaman saya kerja dulu guna typewriter macam ni.
Dear Edith,
Cantik ya
there's so
tulisan.
many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh, ni yang turun dekat laut bawah tu, dekat luar rumah.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, gempa bumi. Nampak tu rumah? Tak apa. Tu, atas tu. Wow. Sekarang kita berada di atas sekali tu. Yang tu yang ni pula dekat tempat yang kubur-kubur mereka yang dah meninggal tu. Okey.
They called it
Maaf lah,
the
saya
lowest
sebut bubur.
tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled
I'm
awful.
so sorry.
You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Okey. Ke mana
But I
ni?
never thought I'd go back to it.
Wow.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Yang dia teropong hari tu yang kita nampak dekat balik laut tu ada satu rumah yang apa ni
I got turned around.
yang macam agak runtuh disebabkan air laut kot. Tak berapa nampak lah.
For a while, I wondered. I started seeing things.
Wah, rusa. Nak pergi kat rumah tu rasanya.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Sampai dah rumah ni. Yang diteropong hari tu.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Buat apa ni?
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
So hospital. Don Finch.
She got better for a while, and And then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Dia macam mimpi lah ni kot, ataupun macam
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh ni artis, tadi ke artis, lead designer. Oh ni yang mandi tu, yang pegang katak tu. Oh ni San Juan. Itulah, mungkin dah habis kot game dia. Ya, hi Bu, Storm Gaming. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much. I want to finish this game because I want to play another game for live streaming. Maybe, yeah. I really love the game music. Yeah, me too. Wah, Frog! Mr. Frog! This first story. Ah, Monkey Uncle! Yeah, Storm Gaming. How much is this game? I'm not remember. I'm check first. Yeah. I told you later. Wow. This is a story. Wow. Okay. Wow, so many books. Wow, games. Joystick. Yeah, DVD tape. 11 Memory Lewis Finch. The Edith Finch theme. Oh, the end. Wow. Habis dah. Story tentang keluarga ni agak seronok juga. Kan? Game ni agak santai. Nice. Okay, siapa yang minat game macam ni, story macam ni? Ada juga yang berminat dan tak berminat. Tu terpulang pada individu itu sendiri. Macam saya suka. Saya suka game macam ni, santai, cerita asal sedih dia macam mana tentang keluarga ni, kenapa keluarga ni dibunuh, dan ada yang sebab-sebab lah kematian mereka dalam keluarga besar ni. Bayangkanlah dia boleh buat rumah yang besar dalam hutan macam tu, hanya mereka-mereka yang tinggal. Wow, it's so amazing. Memang wow, sampai lah. It's amazing. Okay, kawan-kawan, terima kasih kerana sudi menemani saya malam ni, live streaming untuk malam ni. Okay, inilah ending dia. Okay, kalau anda suka dengan game saya ni, okay, boleh subscribe dan like dekat saya punya link tu. Okay, terima kasih. Mungkin insyaAllah ada game yang lain-lain juga selepas ni. Okay, mari nanti kita akan saksikan selepas ni game apa pula. Okay, nanti kita berjumpa lagi. Okay, bye-bye. Assalamualaikum. Bye. Ya, si Baba Gaming. Bye. Stone Gaming, I will buy this game and play this. Okay. Sure. Okay. Bye-bye semua.